Hello, today we're going to be talking about the color wheel. The color wheel is something that artists use to make decisions on the colors that they use in their artwork. So they use this to find complementary colors, different color schemes. They know which colors are the primary colors, and remember, when we mix primary colors together, we get secondary colors. So let's talk about the primary colors first, just in case you forgot what our primary colors are. The primary colors are colors that cannot be mixed. These are yellow, red, and blue. The secondary colors are colors that you get when you mix the primary colors. Orange, we take yellow and red. Violet, we take red and blue. And green, we take blue and yellow. So the last colors that are on the color wheel are the ones that have two color names on them, like yellow, orange. These are our tertiary colors. Tertiary colors are colors that you get when you mix a primary color and a secondary color. When you name the tertiary colors, primary is always the first color. Then it's the secondary. So primary first, secondary second. If you mix together yellow and orange, you get the tertiary color yellow-orange. Orange and red will make red-orange. Red and violet will make red-violet. Violet and blue will make blue-violet. Blue and green will make blue-green. Green and yellow will make yellow-green. So now we're going to get started creating our own color wheel that looks like an eye. And we're going to have the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors all inside this eye. First, we'll need to use our pencil to draw lightly, just in case we need to erase, our eye shape. So to do that, we're going to make our curved line at the top, and then a curved line at the bottom. So this makes kind of like a football shape. Erase anything you need to. Then we're going to draw a big circle inside. We want to make this really big so that we can fit all of our colors inside of this circle. And then a circle on the inside for the pupil. Now we need to split this into 12 even sections so that we can fit our primary, secondary, and tertiary colors in here. So we're going to start by drawing kind of like a peace sign behind the pupil. So straight line down, and then one that goes off to the left and one that goes off to the right. That's going to make 3 sections. Then we'll cut each of those 3 sections in half again, and that's going to make 6 sections. And then we'll cut each of those sections in half again, and that will make 12 sections. Now make sure you double check. You don't want to accidentally have too many or not enough and ruin it. So just double check. You want 12 sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I am good to go. Now I'm going to label all of my colors in pencil so that I remember which color goes where. And make sure that you're drawing this very, very lightly so that we can erase it later. We don't want these words to stay on our drawing. So let's start with our primary and secondary colors, starting with the color red. Then I want to skip one, and then I'll do the next color, orange. Now we're skipping one so we have room for our tertiary colors later. Skip one, yellow. Skip one, green. Skip one, blue. Skip one, purple or violet. Now we can get started on our tertiary colors. Remember, the primary color is the first, and then the secondary color will be the second when we name them. So red and orange are going to make red-orange. Orange and yellow will make yellow-orange. Green and yellow will make yellow-green. Green and blue will make blue-green. Blue and purple will make blue-purple or blue-violet. Purple and red will make red-purple. Okay, now we're going to start coloring in using colored pencils, and you're going to want all the colors of the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Make sure that you also grab a black so that you can outline your eye and color in the pupil. Now I'm going to add a couple of circles into my eye so that it kind of looks like there's a shine in the eye. Now remember, if you're in class, to sharpen your pencil over one of these containers and then empty it out at the end of class. Okay, so before we continue on with our project, let's talk really quick about coloring in. I'm going to show you 3 examples of coloring these circles in. The first one, I am going to color in not super neatly. I'm outside of the lines, I'm scribbling, I'm not completely filling in that circle. It's not the neatest way to color in any of our projects. This next one, I'm going to stay inside of the lines, but I'm not completely coloring in the circle. It's a lot neater than the first one, but it's still not quite the neatest that we can get. This last one, I'm gonna really take my time and color in the entire circle. This is the neatest way to color in any of our projects. It's gonna give you the most beautiful result in the end. This is the best way to color in. And with any example that I show you throughout this year, I may be coloring a lot more quickly than you do. And that's just because I have a lot of practice. So you may be coloring in a lot more slowly, and that's fine. I really want you to take your time on your projects and make the best ones that you can. All right, now I'm gonna start coloring in all of my colors, and I know where each color is going to go because I've labeled them at the top there. So as I'm coloring, you're gonna see I'm outlining everything really dark. That's just kind of how I wanted to do it. Feel free to do it however way that you want. I also am making it a lot more dark towards the pupil, and I'm lightening up as I'm getting farther away. I think that helps make the eyeball look more like an eyeball. Now let's get started on our first tertiary color, red-orange. I have my red colored pencil, I have my orange colored pencil, and they're both ready to go. I'm going to outline everything in the red, just like I did when I first got started with my red. Once I've done that, I'm going to go over that in the orange. Now I'm going to start filling in with the orange, just like I did with the red before, and then I'll be switching between red and orange. And I'm going to be layering these on top of each other. If you notice that it's a little bit too much red, you'll have to add in more of the orange. If you notice it being a little bit too orange, you might have to go back and add on more red. This is all about going back and forth and layering our colors until we get a good in-between, a good red-orange. Now I'm making yellow-orange, so I'm going to be going back and forth between the yellow and the orange colored pencil. Now that we're all done coloring everything in on our color wheel, we can start erasing all of our color names. Now, this is why it's really important that we wrote everything super lightly, because this is going to make this part a lot easier for you. Now I'm going to finish up by outlining everything in my black colored pencil, and this is what's going to make all of my pencil lines really pop out. Now I'm going to start adding some eyelashes to mine. You don't have to add eyelashes if you don't want to, so if you like it just plain without any eyelashes, you could do that too. I'm adding some eyelashes on the top and on the bottom here in a second. And that's our color wheel with primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. Make sure once you're finished to take a nice picture and upload it to Google Classroom.